So if you've ever played an FPS game with me, you'll probably know that my aim sucks. And because Google knows all of your data and everything about you, Google's been noticing and has been recommending all over my YouTube algorithm videos of people who have taken their aim and have massively improved it through aim training to become absolute pro, just god tier gamers. So I was thinking, why can't I just do that and become a pro gamer? So that's exactly what I tried to do. Now there was one problem here. All these videos and all these Redditors typing behind their keyboards, explaining how amazing they'd got their aim with various aim trainers, had all been doing this for at least a month. But I'm not that patient or that good at sticking to things, so we're going to try and see if we can do it in 1 week. So, the actual training plan, how was I going to get good? Well, first of all was the choice of software. Many good gamers use things like Kovaak, and I didn't really find out about that until after I'd filmed this video. So I used a software called aimlabs, and my only real logic for this was that I saw streamers using it. It was free and it looked pretty. Yeah, that was my reasoning for choice of aim trainer. Sounds kind of bad now I say it out loud. So I used aimlabs. It's free, it's on Steam, anyone can access it. That's one of the benefits of it. And like I said, it looked pretty. I'm making this sound like it's sponsored. It's not sponsored. I have like hardly any subs. It's really not sponsored. So the main way I improved my aim was using 5 different training exercises on aimlab. This was the spider shot, the micro shot, the grid shot, motion track, and strafe track. And I used the ultimate version of all of these. Now if that makes no sense to you, doesn't matter. We'll get to it at the end. And I recorded my score for all of these. I recorded my aim percentage, and in the ones where there was a certain number of targets to hit, I also tracked how many targets I hit. So I initially used these 3 times and took the average to do as my base for this experiment, so that at the end we can compare it and see how much we've improved. I also decided to play 10 games of Valorant, as that is the main FPS that I play at the moment, and also one that is like very skill reliant. And I got my KD over 10 games, and I also got my average headshot percentage by tracking it using like an external application on Overwolf to see what percentage of my shots were headshots. As if I'm aiming and having good aim, I should be tracking how many headshots I'm hitting. That kind of makes sense. It's also because I couldn't find one that actually tracks my actual aim percentage. So, but it'll do. It was fine. So to go into the exercises a little more, I'll show them on screen. We had the spider shot, which was basically you shoot the middle, then a random target comes up, you shoot the middle. Like those kind of little games you find at an arcade where you have to like press all the buttons. It was like that, but with a gun. Micro shot, where as far as I can tell, it's just the targets are really small and annoying and I couldn't hit them. Grid shot, which is one I saw the YouTubers and streamers doing, where there's a load of targets, you shoot them in a grid. Yeah, it's called grid shot. It's a grid, it's targets. Like, what else? How else do I explain this? There was motion track, which I'll show you the footage of on screen, but I'm not even going to go into because it was an absolute... You basically shot a target and has like pigeon shoot, keep hold of the target. Oh, it's giving me PTSD thinking about it. And then strafe track, where you just had to keep your eye on various sized balls that went left and right. I'm going to say balls a lot in this video, aren't I? Now, I did each of these exercises 3 times a day. And then once I did all my initial tests, it was time to spend the week on this training program. I'm playing some Valorant, and yeah, it's safe to say the training was a little frustrating. I'm not like super fast though, or accurate, so I'm so terrible at this one. God, I just want to get better. Jesus Christ, scared the hell out of me. I'm getting better. I am getting better. That was slightly worse than last time. It'd be kind of funny if right in the game I was top fragging, wouldn't it? It'd be a little funny. It'd be a little weird if I was top fragging. My aim is too good. After 7 days of training, it was finally day 7. My last attempt, I was just doing 1 attempt at every exercise to try and beat my high score and see how much my aim had improved. Okay, so this is our final day of training, our final chance to beat our high scores and see if we've actually improved. See, I thought that was pretty freaking good. But I've definitely done better runs than that score. Oh, I think, this is actually infuriating. Woo! Let's go, baby. That's a high score. I'm missing loads. I'm choking. Oh, no, I did not. Yes, boy. Oh, my God. Okay, so apparently I was 0% up from last time, but somehow it's a new high score. That must have been by, like, microscopic amounts. Yo, I just smashed that. I smashed that so much. I actually was 23% on last time. 4 out of 5 high scores on the final attempt. I'm actually so gassed about that. And so that was it. With the week over, I played 10 games of Valorant, and I took my average stats of that game, which I'll show you now in a second, and I also recorded my best score for all the training exercises. First of all, I'm going to go through the training exercises, and then let's see if I got any better at Valorant. Without further ado, spider shot, first activity. We went up from 39 to 52,000. Ooh, aim went up by 5%, and our average targets hits went up by 22, which I was pretty gassed about. That was like the sort of baseline experiment. So for me, that was like the big one to look at, and I was so gassed. Like that's like a 20% increase, which was only a week. I was pretty happy with. I was pretty happy. I was pretty happy with that. Then we had micro shot. This one really annoyed me. It was all about precision, pretty much. Now, my score in this only increased by 7,000. Still pretty good. My accuracy, though, 8% increase. Did really well with those little balls. That's not a sentence I ever wanted to say in a YouTube video. Now, grid shot, the one all the YouTubers play. Pretty much all about speed. Hitting all the targets quick as you can in the grid. Reacting quickly to where they move to. That was the whole name of the game with this exercise. And we increased from 40,000 to 48,000. With a 7% increase in accuracy. Probably our least improved out the bunch. But, oh well. And with these 3 exercises that were mostly based on just aim, not so much to be like strafing and tracking, pure just base accuracy, I noticed that the main thing that increased a lot was speed. I was hitting the targets fine to begin with. It was just that I couldn't hit them very quickly. It was taking me a while to aim between the things. I changed my sensitivity a few times to try and work out what was going wrong. And I think it really helped me fine tune being able to flick between different targets. These 3 exercises help massively. As you'll see when I show you the Valorant stats in a bit, being able to flick and hit headshots quickly. Massive help. Night and day difference. Now these next 2 were all about tracking, and holy shit, I can't track. We started off with 18% aim for motion track, and we still only got up to 22. I just can't do it. I hate this exercise. I hate everything about it. I hate it with a burning passion. We still improved by 50% on our score. So we improved massively. At least that means that we were shooting the targets and getting on aim much quicker. So we did still see a big improvement, but I found it so hard to stay on the target. And then finally, strafe track. Now this one I saw results in. I went from 38,000 to 57,000. That's a huge increase. And our aim percentage went up a whole 10%, the biggest of any of the exercises. I got way better at being able to adjust quickly when someone's moving side to side. And this was the one where I noticed a huge difference. And then the big reveal. Did I get any better at Valorant? So we started off with a 1.1 KD. And in the 10 average I did after this experiment, 1.3 was my KD. Whew. It's better than my KD in any game. Better than my KD in COD. To most people, they're probably looking at this and thinking 1.3. That's still awful. I think that's pretty good. I thought that was pretty good. I was pretty happy with that. I was like, that's alright. I was pretty gassed with that, I'm going to be honest. But then the massive difference, probably the reason why my KD went up, the headshot percentage. So it was 4.1% of shots were headshots. It went up to an average of 16.2%. That is almost 4 times the amount of headshots. Now, I don't know if this was because my aim improved, or if because this whole sort of experiment really made me have to think about aim and think about how much of a difference actually just keeping my cursor on people's heads and aiming on people's heads and like the strafing activities of staying on the sort of headshot range made my mind think differently about aiming. Like I was actually focusing on crosshair placement, my aim, more than I normally would do playing a game, playing Valorant. It's made a huge difference. It's made an insane difference. Like 16.2 from 4 is insane. So, the ultimate answer to this question, did a week of aiming turn me into an absolute god MLG gamer, may as well to start a Valorant stream? No, absolutely not. Of course it didn't. But did it make quite a substantial difference? Like, did I get my return on investment on this? 1,000%. I'm so much better at Valorant now. I'm still trash, but I'm so much better. So if you've been considering using an aim trainer, use it. I'm going to keep using it. Maybe we'll have like a 1-month update video. God knows if the people even want to see that. But this made a huge difference. If you use an aim trainer, even one as simple as aimlabs, you can really see big improvements on your aim, and it doesn't take that much time. You don't have to spend 8 hours a day. I literally only did this 2-3 times a day. So yeah, I massively recommend giving this a go. Try playing an aim trainer. You don't have to play an aimlabs. Again, not sponsored. If they do want to sponsor me, you know, I'd take that. Come on, sponsor me. But yeah, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to smash a like and subscribe. It's a tiny YouTuber. I like me out so much, you wouldn't even realize. other than that, hopefully you will watch the next video. Thank you so much.